versus Arminian free will. In Protestant Christianity, there is a debate about whether salvation is because of our choice or God's choice. Calvinists, influenced by John Calvin, would say our salvation is a work of God, therefore our destiny is predestined. Arminians, influenced by Jacobus Arminius, would argue salvation is a person choosing to respond to God, therefore we have free will. Each position can be summarized in 5 points, which I will explain. Tulip Calvinist beliefs can be summarized in the acronym TULIP, with each letter representing the first letter of each belief of Calvinistic predestination. Arminians have a belief in contrast to each belief in TULIP, which I will summarize. Total depravity due to original sin. Our human will is so corrupted that our minds will in our natural state always aim towards sin and away from God. Therefore, in our natural state no one will ever seek God, and so it is impossible to put our faith in God of our own free will. Partial depravity due to original sin. Our human will is corrupted, so our minds will usually aim towards sin and away from God. However, our minds are still free to seek God, and so it is possible to put our faith in God of our own free will. Unconditional election. As no one will ever seek God in our natural state, God selects certain individuals to be saved before time. God elects these people not based on any of their actions, but entirely because of God's decisions. Conditional election. As people generally choose sin, God selects certain individuals to be saved before time. However, God elects them due to the fact that God is all-knowing, so already knows if they will put their faith in Him or not, so people are elected on the condition they accept God, which God already knows. Limited atonement. As only the group of people elected to be saved will receive Jesus' sacrifice. The sacrifice atonement of Jesus is limited and only directed towards the elect. Unlimited atonement. As people are elected based on their choice, the sacrifice of Jesus can be directed towards everyone and is unlimited, as it is open to save everyone. Irresistible grace. God sends the Holy Spirit to perform His grace, and our minds are unable to resist the grace, and the Holy Spirit will heal our will, resulting in spiritual regeneration, which we have no free will in. Irresistible grace. God sends the Holy Spirit to perform His grace, and our minds are able to resist the grace, and so we can choose to either accept the Holy Spirit's gift or reject it out of our own free will. Perseverance of the saints. Once an elect person has become Christian, they will remain in the faith and persevere to the end of their life, meaning it is impossible to become Christian and leave the faith. Conditional salvation. Once a person has become Christian, their salvation will depend on the condition that they keep their faith in Jesus up until their death, meaning it is possible to become Christian and leave the faith. Thanks for watching. I will make a video about the different views of communion as soon as I can.